The move tier lists are back. We are back with one of the hottest ones. Back aerial. We have bad, good, very solid, top tier, and top 5. There's not really a difference between top 5 and top tier. I just wanted to, give special placements to them. But before we get into it, of course, don't forget to subscribe, turn on notifications, ring that bell. So of course, a couple caveats because it's been a while since I've done this. I'm doing these in a vacuum, like put this back air on any character and this is what happens. It's not the back air on their particular character. Generally, I don't do that type of thing. So let's get it started off with a random one, Robin. So Robin obviously has 2 because you have Bronze Sword and Levin Sword. Bronze Sword back air is bad. Of course it's gonna be bad. It's like not strong, it's kind of fast, isn't super safe, it's not very good. But Levin Sword back air is very solid. I don't think it's like a top tier back air. I don't think it's broken. There's a lot of really, really good back airs, and I don't think Robin's is one of them. It is really strong though, and the weak hit can combo into, I think, up air and back air, which is kind of nice. Could do that for other characters as well, but yeah, it ends up being really strong, super good kill move, but it's just less useful because of its duration than some other back airs. Next up, because of a super chat, which by the way, I do stream, become a member, join the streams, etc. Palutena, whenever I find her in this. Palutena's back air is the first top 5 back air. Maybe it's the upper end of top tier, but it's just really good. It's pretty safe, it's -5, it's frame 8, and of course it's strong and it's invincible. So it's a strong, invincible, safe, fast back air. There's literally no negative to it. Is it the best back air in the game? I don't think so, but it's definitely up there. It's definitely one of the best. It is one of the elite back airs. Absolutely no questions asked. Oh, we got Ivysaur. Ivysaur's back air is top tier. It's really good. It is safe. It is a combo move. It's a decent add a shield option. I think it's frame 7, which like, it's not the best add a shield option, but it's like a usable add a shield option, and it's really safe. -5, -4 is ridiculous. It's also huge. It's not a perfect back air, but it's like the lower end, mid end of top tier for sure. It's a really, really, really good back air, and I think any character could want this. Fast fallers would be able to just go short hop back air, fast fall, like you'd be able to combo it super long, and then Ivysaur's a heavy or a floaty, so you kind of already know how that would go. Peach's back air. When you talk about Peach, or rather her moves, you are not talking about float. So if you take float out of the equation, it's good. Float literally is what makes Peach's moves, except for like down tilt, broken. It's just float. Without float, Peach is a shit character. So if you take float off the character, regardless of who it is, this move isn't super, super good. It's like decently safe. It's not like the safest move. I think it's -8. Yeah, it's -6, -8. It is fast, but the thing is, it's not disjointed. It's not invincible. I mean, it's a little disjointed. You have to do a minimum of 30 frames. It's not really ambiguous. It's not gonna be super great. It might be very solid. I might be underrating it. I don't exactly know which characters are going to go here yet because I haven't thought about this already. The one good thing about this back here is it does super pancake. It pancakes a lot. Like, it is obnoxious to add a shield. It's not incredibly anything except for broken with float. I forgot about Pokemon Trainer, the rest of them, so let's go to the other 2. I think Squirtle's back air is a top tier back air. I think Squirtle's back air is like actually ridiculous. It's so fast. It has a landing hitbox, which means it's like kind of ambiguous because it can also auto cancel. Granted, that's on Squirtle itself, but I'm assuming most characters would be able to do that. It says it's -15 on shield, but that's the landing hitbox. I'm pretty sure perfectly it's -7. Which is still really good, especially again considering low profiling, right? So you low profile, it's -7 actually, not -15. It's 5 frame startup, it's multi-hit. It's not a super good combo move, so it's definitely like worse than, let's say, like the Pika version of this, right? And it's not super big, but it is overall very solid. Maybe it's the top of this tier, not in top tier. Again, it's gonna really depend on how many characters go in which tier, which I will see later. I just know that's a tentative bump. The best back air of Pokemon Trainer is going to be Charizard. Charizard's back air is fucked up. That move is broken. It's like one of the best kill moves in the game. Let me get this out of the way. It's not like an infallible back air, right? It's not safe. It's -16, 15, 14, and it's frame 14, but it is huge. And it has a sweet spot that kills it like 40 for no reason. I don't know why they decided to make this move this way, but they did, and it is obnoxious. I would honestly, maybe not as Pika trade for this back air, but like every other character I've ever played, I would rather just have this back air. It's so good. It might be top 5. I'm just scared to put it there for now because I know there is a lot of really, really, really good back airs. It's definitely like worse than Palu, so I'm just gonna keep it out here for now, only because it's not very safe. So not every character can use it like Palu's. But damn, is it good. But damn, is it good. It's such a good back air. I think Squirtle's definitely worse than these two by a little bit. Ryu and Ken's back air, low key, Low key. They're the same. They auto cancel on 25 and onward. Yeah, so they're basically the same move. It's incredible. Literally the only reason that you don't see Ryu and Ken back air that much is because of auto turnaround. If like this was literally what Ryu players did in Smash 4 because back air was fucking broken. It was so good that they just spammed back air and then would walk forward and up tilt, and that's all they would do. That is literally the entire game plan for Ryu and Ken in Smash 4. Then they were like, maybe that's too broken. Let's do auto turnarounds. So now you have to like constantly slingshot and roar to do that, which is going to be a lot more difficult. But otherwise, the move's insane. It is literally just a kill move, a combo starter at low percents. I don't know if I count special cancels in with this, but either way, you don't have to because it's -4, -5. It does so much shield damage. It does like 20%. It's really, really good. It might be better than Ivysaur's. I'm not 100% sure. Again, the orders and tiers don't super matter, but I'll figure that out later. But yeah, these back airs are insane. Like actually ridiculous. Piranha Plant. Piranha Plant's back air isn't particularly good, but at the same time, it will kill you at 80. It's slow and it's not safe. It's frame 14, -11. It does auto cancel frame 1 to 4 and 43 and onward, but it's not very safe. There are so many like ridiculous backers that this one just falls completely under the radar, right? Like 100%. It's just not very good comparatively. It's not like very solid because it's only useful literally for killing. It's not a combo move. It is quite literally nothing but a kill move. Plants, bears, just heroes but bad. Basically. Byleth. So Byleth's back air, I actually don't know if I'm gonna put it in very solid or top tier. Let me look at the frame data actually. This one is it's very close because I think it's very solid, right? It's definitely a better version of Plant back air regardless. It's frame 13, which is not very fast, but it is incredibly disjointed, obviously, and it's really strong. The sour spot kind of sucks, but it's still -9, which is pretty good. So I'm gonna go and say it's top tier because it's huge. It kills at like 75 at the ledge. And like most characters want that. Is it a better version of Charizard's back air? No. Let's get some of the bad ones out of the way. Obviously Little Mac back air. It's the worst back air in the game. It's just not usable. It's like his slowest one. It's not very strong. It does set up into tech chases sometimes. It doesn't have a lot of range. It's not very fast. It's Little Mac. Are there any other bad back airs? I don't think there's a single other bad back air. All right, let's click a random one then. Boop. Ness's back air. I think Ness's back air is top tier as it is so good. It's pretty fast. It's incredibly strong. It's disjointed for no reason. And I'm pretty sure it's only like -7 on shield. -5, -6. It's not an out of shield option, but it's huge. The sour spot's good. The sweet spot's good. It auto cancels from 1 to 9, so you can just land with it for free if you want. It's just so good. Like it beats out so many things for no reason. I don't know why this move beats out so many moves. Like it makes me trade with my disjointed up air. It trades with snake up tilt. I don't know why this move actually is way better than what it looks like. And it's -5, -6, and it's so strong. It's like almost as strong as Byleth's back air for no reason. For literally no reason. I don't get it. Pichu. I think Pichu's back air is very solid. Yeah, it's frame 5. The problem is it's not very safe on shield. If you get the perfect auto cancel, it's -9, which isn't as good as other ones, but it is a kill move and you do get back air loops off of it. But the thing is, how many characters would get back air loops if they weren't a fast faller? Is it really as useful as it seems? It's really good on Pichu, but I think in a vacuum, I'm not 100% sure how good Pichu's back air would be. It is good. I would say all of the back airs from above this are like really, really good. Like most characters would work. It's really good. It's really strong. It's a good out of shield option, but it's not very safe. But like, wow, if you hit it off stage, you're just gonna die. You're just gonna die. It's crazy. K. Rool. K. Rool's back air is better than these two, but it's not particularly good. I mean, it's big. It's really strong. It is unbelievably strong. I think it's the strongest back air that I've put so far in terms of like strength. It might be like, when you get the sweet spot, it might be stronger than Charizard's. But either way, it's second strongest, right? It has the coolest sound effect of the game, the I love that sound effect. Wow, it's -7? What the f? That's actually safer than I thought. I thought this was way less safe. Granted, Pika out of shields both of these, so I don't really care. But it's frame 18, which is one of the slowest backers in the game. It's not going to be as useful as unfortunately it looks. I think it's a good back air. I think it's an okay back air. Olimar. I think Olimar's back air is very solid. It's not top tier. Assuming like an average Pikmin, let's go with just like blue or red. Let's go with red. It's a sword. It's really strong. It's pretty fast, but I don't think it's super safe. I could be wrong. Wow, it's -4. It's so safe. What the f? I thought it was faster than this, but less safe than this. That's insane. What the f? No wonder Olimar players spam it like f. It's a sword back here that's that safe that also kills. Greninja's back air is super solid. It's surprisingly disjointed. It's surprisingly hard to deal with. I think it's relatively safe. I think it's like -7 or 8 or something. It's frame 5. It's not a good out of shield option because it hits a little bit too high, but like it's surprisingly strong. I don't think there's really a flaw in it. It's just not super broken. Otherwise, it's really good. I mean, it's a combo ender. It's a good advantage tool. It's good for catching people in the air. It's great off stage because it, like, again, surprisingly has high knockback. Yeah, very solid. Min-Min's been weird on these tier lists because like forward tilt, forward smash, side B, etc. So I'm gonna consider this just dragon backwards in the air. And if I'm doing dragon arm backwards in the air with no secondary arm, it's good. Maybe it's in the bottom end of very solid. You can't angle your tilts, and it's in the air only. You're not really gonna combo into it because it's a little bit too slow. It is huge, of course, but it's really committal if you don't have a second arm. And if you're just talking about the one arm, it's good, right? And you're already in the air, so it's not like forward tilt or something where you can angle it and then jump and stuff like that. You're just like, no, you're in the air and you can double jump, sure, but you're gonna have a ton of lag. So it's really, really committal. It's way more committal than almost any back air I've put so far. Yeah, it's solid, but it's not anything broken. Luigi Bear? Kinda broken. This move is low-key godlike. Frame 6, -5, -6, so strong. So strong. I don't know why this move is so strong. I would personally prefer this back air over Mario's back air, even though Mario's back air is objectively better. It's a great combo ender. It does like 1,000,000,000%. It's so good. Like, in my opinion, it's like a better version of Ness's. It's so stupid. I don't understand what the fuck they were thinking with this back air. I don't know what they were thinking with Luigi in general. His movesets don't make sense. Rob's back air. Listen, we've had a bunch of information because of the Zombear and the amount of people getting hit by Rob Bear. But I'm here to tell you that it's propaganda. Is the move good? Yes. But it's not a top tier back air. I'm gonna put it right here. It might be top tier. We'll see how top tier ends up shaking out. Rob's back air is the slowest back air in the game. It is safe because it's -8, -9, and it lingers 5 ever. I mean, it literally is a 14 frame back air. Obviously, Sour Spot and Sweet Spot are very different. The Sweet Spot's still active for 5 frames. It's useful, but it's useful because of the lack of tempo, and people are just really antsy to hit Rob. And I don't know if that would work as well for every single character. Maybe it would work better for certain characters. I have no fucking clue, actually. Again, don't get me wrong, it's good. It's just not as good as people think it is, because people think it's like a top 5 or 7 back air, which it's not. It's really not. Cloud back air. It's top 5. Cloud's back air is maybe the best back air in the game. It is fucked up. One of the most overwhelming moves in neutral in the entire game. It is -3. It's frame 11. It's not very active, but this move is huge. Look at how big this move is. Buh. If you're moving backwards, it's even bigger because of hitbox interpolation, which I can make my own video about that. If you don't know what hitbox interpolation is, I can make a video on that. Just let me know down in the comments. And why don't you forget to subscribe to notifications? Ring that bell. This is why I call over my opinions. Literally everyone thinks Cloud back is broken. What the fuck do you mean? Arguably the best back air in the game. It is literally Cloud's entire neutral. It opens up literally everyone for empty jumps. Like this on any character, right? It does damage. It's a combo move. It ends up being a kill move. It's a neutral move. There's nothing wrong with this move. It's not an out of shield option, but it is so broken in every other aspect, in every other way. You just have to respect under him unless you have an invincible move or a way to get around this, which like not many characters do. Incineroar back air. I think Incineroar's back air is top of good. Maybe it's more like here. It's obviously pretty fast frame, like 7, I would say, probably. It's really strong, and it's pretty safe on shield, but it's not huge, as you can see, but it is very, very strong. It's a good move. Again, most characters want all these back airs. Like if you have a back air that is like higher than good, even some characters want the good one, right? But if you are higher than good and you're in very solid, like no one's gonna complain having this move. Like it may mess up particular characters things, but no one's gonna be like, oh, this move sucks. Yeah, Incineroar, it's just good. It's solid. It's solid, right? None of Incineroar's moves are bad. Like literally none of them are bad. So yeah, very solid. Sora back air. Sora back air, I'm gonna have to do a refresher on my frame data, but I think it's at the very least very solid, maybe top tier. It's -6 and huge. It's obviously huge. It has a lot of lag, not landing lag, but like if you use it in the air, 37 total frames. That's quite a long time. Obviously the floatiness of Sora kind of makes it awkward to like hit if you're doing it rising, but that's not always gonna be the case on every character because again, this is in a vacuum. Overall, Sora's back air is solid. It's a solid sword back air. It's a better version of probably like Lucina. Well, Lucina's hits way higher. So I think Lucina's would still be better. It's obviously better than Marth's because Marth sucks. Is it better than Ike's? Probably not. What Fire Emblem character is this back air better than? So I don't know, it's probably down here. It's good. It's really good. Again, these are really good. I just don't think it's super broken like some other ones. Let's do Marth. Marth is good. I don't think it's a bad back air. It's definitely not down here, right? I would say it's solid. Because either way, it's a swiping back air. It has a tipper, and if the tipper hits, holy shit, it's strong. And if not, it ends up just being an edge guard tool and an out of shield option. It's not super safe as far as I'm aware. Could be wrong. Oh, it's actually really safe even without the tipper. Okay, so it's frame 7. It's pretty safe, so it's still useful. Is it better than Source back air? It's perfectly fine. It's not broken. I'm not sure if it's even very solid. It might be like down here, maybe. You know what? For the Marth players, I'll put you up here. I'll put you up here, Marth players, because everyone wants the Marth players. Everyone loves Marth. Everyone hates when I put Marth as bad. Lucina's back air is in top tier. In my opinion, it's a better version of Olimar's back air because it's big, it's disjointed because it's a sword, pretty safe as far as I'm aware. I think it's -6, -5 actually. So it's as safe as Marth all the time. This move's broken. It's one of the best air-to-airs in the game. Like this move literally carried Leo to victories so many times. It's insane. It's actually such a good back air. You don't have to be precise. It's just a sweeping fucking giant broken move. It's insane. It's better than yeah, I'm gonna say it's more useful than Violet's back air overall. All right, next up, DK. DK's back air's fucking broken. It's by far his best move. It's frame 7. It's -6 or 7, which is pretty good. The problem is it's not super disjointed because DK's just fucking huge. Combos into itself. It's a great edge guarding tool. It's huge. It can whiff punish like sword moves. Like it can whiff punish Lucina back air and Lucina forward air. It's not disjointed. It's not invincible. And it's not as safe as some of the ones above it. So like it might be better than Olimar's back air. Maybe it's about here in my opinion. It's really fucking good. Holy shit. Like DK's back air just it would define matchups, right? Like imagine like you can't jump against DK. Like if it wasn't literally on Donkey Kong, like you wouldn't be able to jump against this character ever. It just doesn't matter because it's fucking Donkey Kong. It's so good. And the weak hit is like good too. Because the weak hit can combo into strong hit. Like, it's actually just so good. It's such a good move. Ridiculous. By far his best move. Lynx back air is very solid. It's not top tier. I think it's like here. I think it's a better version of Greninja's. Greninja's kills, which is useful, but single hit landing back air for Link is actually broken. Again, if you're talking about in a vacuum, right? You're not gonna talk about, oh, you have reps of the infinite and you have all this type of stuff. It's frame 6 and -3. I don't know why the fuck it's so safe. It's a kill confirm because you do landing back air 1 into up smash, into up air, into forward smash for some characters. Like literally almost every single character would have landing back air 1, which is safe, into kill move. So you know people are like, oh my god, Joker Fair, it pops you up and you can do all these things with it. The Link backer is just a better version of that. It's really good, and put this on any character and that's still fine. Like any character is good with Link's back air. It's ridiculous. It's actually so fucked up. Toon Link's back air is good. I don't think it's as good as the other two Links, not by a mile, right? It is a sword, which is nice because it's actually disjointed. But the problem is it's not very big, but it is -4. So I don't know, maybe this move is underrated. It's pretty good. -4 is fucking good. I'm pretty sure if you were a fast fall, you'd be able to do like short hop back air, fast fall, like up air, or like another back air or something like that. Like it would be able to be more like Brawler's up air. It's solid. It's a combo move. It's not a kill move. It's not really not a shield move either because it's frame 6 and just doesn't, like that first frame is surprisingly high. Maybe that's just because Toon Link's jumps are really floaty and high. Maybe it would be way better not on Toon Link. So I'll put it up here. I'll put it in top tier. Inkling. Inkling's back air's broken. Everyone knows Inkling's back air's broken. It's so good. Is it better than the Shotos? Yeah. Why did they make this back air -2? It's frame 7 -2. That's fucking crazy. It's a combo move. It combos into grab. It combos into jabs. It combos into tilts. It's just a neutral move. It's a great air to air. What's wrong with this move? Nothing. It auto cancels right before it comes out. It's one of the best backers in the game. It's probably, I would say it's better than Lucina's overall. You can edge guard with it. You can play neutral with it. It's one of those you just have to respect. Like you have to respect it. Best back air was literally meta defining for like an entire year. It's a goddamn good move. Hero's back air is okay. I'm gonna do the Munchie hero. It's still solid. It's still huge, but it's really slow. It's one frame faster than Rob's, and Rob's back air has way more utility, and it auto spaces, and you can recover with it. Heroes is just kind of a sword move. It's not even that safe. It's a kill move. It's good. It's good. It's a good move, but like, is it a good move? It might actually be here. If you want a slow move, you'd rather have Rob's back air. Wolf back air is fucked up. Wolf back air is one of the best back airs in the game. It has a dumb auto cancel window, and it's like the third strongest back air for no fucking reason. It's a little slow, but who cares because it's huge? And it's actually way safer than this because it auto cancels frame 19 and onward, which means that if you hit the frame like 15 back air and then auto cancel it on frame 19, it ends up being -0. Sorry, minus 3. Again, I think it's way better on Wolf than other characters. Let us be very clear about this, because Wolf back air would be way worse on floaty characters. It's just crazy. And the fact that it auto cancels also as early as it does means you can show back air, people will freak out and then just grab them for it. So it allows empty jumps. It's just good. It's probably top 5. Steve's back air, the talk of the town, Mr. Let's ban him. It's a really solid back air. Let's talk about it. It's not like anywhere near one of the best back airs in the game, because again, there's so many top tier back airs. Let's assume Stone, right? Stone is -7. It's pretty big and pretty strong. Diamond obviously is one of the best back airs in the game because it's Diamond. Stone back air, because I think that's a pretty fair way to put it. It's solid, it's strong. It does like 17 or something like that. But I think it's still like worse than Olimar's back air type of thing, because Olimar's back air is a bit more disjointed in -4, whereas Steve's is -7. That's a big difference. But -7 is still good. That's a good safety on shield, especially because again, it's disjointed, but it's not that fast. And of course, if you want to talk about each individual one, like Diamond is better and Gold is better and Iron's better. So like, you know, base, it's kind of here. I would say Wood back air is probably like around where Greninja is. So it's like Wood, Stone, Iron, Gold, Diamond, right? Like that's basically how it goes. Sephiroth's back air is overrated. The biggest thing of it is it is slow and kind of hard to hit. It is huge horizontally, but you have to have a lot of space when it comes with this, so you're constantly having to move backwards with it. There is no good reason to approach back air because you will just get hit. I think that Sephiroth's moves are all kind of okay, and then he gets wing and he's terrifying. I'm still not really a Seph believer. I know right after I said Seph was like overrated, I lost to Ned, and then fucking Ken won a major. Now Tweak's been doing more, but I think overall it is not as useful on a bunch of other characters as you think. If you're floatier than Sephiroth, what the fuck are you using this back air for? Air to air? Like, you don't want to land with it. It's not very safe, and it's very parryable. I think people get really scared of Sephiroth, and none of us are parrying his aerials yet, because I think parrying his aerials is really, really important. But I don't think it's a crazy move. I think it's like his like second worst aerial. Let's do Mithra and Pyra, I suppose. Mithra's back air is very solid. It's a good combo move, obviously, because she's a fast faller, so you can do like falling backers, but I think rising backer would actually be better as floaty characters. But it's frame 10, so it's not very fast. It's not like an air to air, like it's not a killing move, right? So it's basically, you're only using this as a combo move. And it's as a combo move, it's not the best combo back air. Killing at a shield and combo ability are in that order the 3 most important ones. And like edge guarding, you can't edge guard with this move. You can't kill with this move. It's a good combo move, but it's not a good out of shield option. Yeah, I mean, if you put this move on any other character, like you might get more combos, but you're not getting edge guards unless you're doing this into a different move, like back air into up air. That's how you're gonna get it. Is it good on her kit? Is it really important for her kit? Absolutely. But is it like broken if you put it on any character? No. Corrin back air is either top 5 or right under it. Corrin back air is freaking cheap. It's so safe. In my opinion, Corrin back air is a strictly better version of Rob's back air. It's safer, it auto cancels you, it's faster. Low key, it's as strong. Like you can combo into this move because it's kind of fast. It's huge. It is so big. This move, even though it's so broken, may not even be her best move because that might be fucking up air. The sour spot's also very good. There's no flaw of this move. The only flaw of this move is it is a little long in terms of total frames, but at the same time, it's moving you in the air. So it's gonna be safe basically all the time because it auto spaces. So even though the -8, -9 maybe won't happen. 1, it's huge, so it doesn't matter. But 2, even if it isn't the super low landed ones, you move out of the way. That's crazy. Oh, I forgot Pyra. Whoops. Let's talk about the other Leo character, Pyra. I think Pyra's back air is broken. It's frame 16, -9, which it's huge, so that's definitely good enough. But wow, it kills so early. Spike moves can combo into this move. Other characters could use this move, like weak up tilt into back air. Like you'd be able to do that as Steve, which would be fucking crazy. I think it's actually a little overrated by most. People just get hit by this character. I don't really know why. On a fast faller, this move would be fucking absurd. It would definitely force a lot of end jump situations. So I guess in a vacuum, it's probably more like here. It's overall really good. I think on a fast faller, this move would be absolutely fucked up. Like you would just get sauced up by this move, but yeah. Next up, ZSS. That's frame 8. It's -6, -5, but the problem is this move is not very big. It's very precise, especially with her jumps, right? It is a very solid for killing, right? It's really good for killing. It's a great air to air, But I think overall, it's just not as useful as all of these moves. It's only active for 2 frames, which means that you have to be very, very precise when you use this move. And none of these moves you have to be particularly precise with. These are just kind of throw out and win, where these are a little bit more precise and a little bit harder. It's good for edge guarding. It's pretty safe, but it's not super disjointed, so you're not really gonna get away with it like you will with other back airs that are that safe. Granted, -6 is frame through out of shield. Not a lot of characters can punish that. And on floatier characters, I think it would be a lot worse than it is on Zero Suit, and it's already hard to use on Zero Suit. This is one of the hardest back airs to use in the game, in my opinion. Like, well, of like the good back airs. So it's good, it's solid, but it's not like broken like a lot of people think it is, because Mars is just really, really fucking good with it. Kirby. Kirby's back air is kind of fucked up. Kirby's back air is actually insane. So it's -5, -6, it's frame 6. So it's faster than Zero Suits and as safe as Zero Suits, but it lingers for longer, and it's actually bigger and as strong. It's really strong. I don't know why they made this. I mean, I do know why they made this move so strong, because otherwise Kirby doesn't have shit. Put this move on other characters, it's so fucked up. It might be like low-key, like almost as good as Inklings. Like it's a really, really good back air. The only problem is it's not disjointed. If it was like sword disjointed, where it's over here, whoa, Nelly. That move would be crazy. So many characters would have combos into this. So many characters would have everything into this. Or they would just use it to air because it's not on Kirby. So you would actually be able to like have air mobility and stuff. It might be top tier, I'm not sure. Roy's back air, and by extension, Chrome's back air. Roy's back air is somewhere in top tier. It is so strong for no reason, and it's also like -7. It's literally the same frame data as Zero Suits, except it's a giant sword back air. It has a sour spot, sure, but who gives a fuck? So many characters will be able to combo into the sweet spot, so many characters are comboing to the mid spot, and those are just gonna kill. They're incredibly strong. For reference, I think Chrome's back air is a little bit, actually in this case, I'm gonna put Chrome's back air as worse. Still top tier, but I do think that Chrome's back air is actually worse than Roy's. Since it's such a good combo move and it's such a good combo ender, being that little bit of extra strength, in my opinion, matters a lot. Doesn't mean that Chrome's combos are gonna last a little longer to get back air, or like other characters, right? Whatever your combo move is, back air might be a little bit better with Chrom. It's a little bit better on the ground because it scoops really low at the beginning. But I think overall Roy's back air is just better because it's stronger. They're both very safe. They're both very strong. They're both great combo enders. They're both great air to airs. It just depends on what you value, and I value killing a little bit early, because in this game, letting people live one extra time means you lose. You lose stocks and you lose neutrals. And Roy just doesn't let that happen, because it's gonna kill 5-10% earlier. Next up is Snake. Snake's back air is good. I don't think Snake's back air is insane. Obviously, it lingers 5 ever, and it's fast frame like 7, yeah. But it's not safe on shield. Basically, any character can punish this. You have to just use it in disadvantage and hope. Like, Snake needs it. Snake absolutely needs it. But on any other character, this move sucks. Like, Snake would prefer different aerials. He just needs a landing option. If he had like Corrin's back air or Rob's back air, it would just be better. It's very parryable. It's very easy to deal with. You can like add a shield that is every fucking character, because it's really not safe. Especially if you're in the top of someone's shield, it's more like -15, -16. So like, it's not good. Snake literally is just carried by grenade. Snake is very weird otherwise. Next up, Bowser. So Bowser's back air is one of the strongest back airs in the game. That's all it is. Like, it's good, but it's not a top tier back air. It is, I'm gonna say it's minus like 11. 17? God damn, that's bad. I thought I was being not generous. So it's really not safe. It's a kill move. It's so strong. You explode, right? Oh, we're now in Super Mario Galaxy? Sure. It is a little fast, frame 9, but it's not a great out of shield option because it's pretty precise. As you can see, like comparing it to even like DK's, like this back air is not big. It's kind of just an air to air, and you hope people are falling asleep. But if you're gonna use that, you might as well use like Lucina's back air because it actually has more range and it's not super hard. It's not a good landing aerial. It's not a good out of shield option. I mean, I guess people would be able to combo it, which like Bowser does as well, but like that's kind of it. Like, it's just the fact that, holy shit, it's so strong. Mii Sword Fighter. I think Mii Sword Fighter's back air is a faster, but still probably worse version of Sora's. I think it's really solid. I mean, most sword back airs are just kind of solid. It's -4, frame 10. So it's very safe, but not super fast. Obviously, it's faster than Sora's frame like 14 or whatever. But the problem is, it's surprisingly not big. I guess it's, damn, -4? It's like budget cloud back air. I think I would get shot if I put it higher than Sephiroth's. I mean, -4 is crazy. Again, it ends up being applicably not as big as you think, but it is strong, fast-ish for a sword back air. Yeah, it's solid. It's pretty solid. Yeah, let me do this to put. I'm gonna put Mii Swordsman over Zero Suits to piss people off. Yes, me Sword Fighters, that's a good backer though. Backer, like, it's one of the best moves. Ice Climbers, so again, I kind of do Ice Climbers without Nana because I'm an asshole. But even so, just Popo's backer is actually really good. Backer is one of their best moves. I think Popo's is minus like 3, and then Nana's is frame even. And it also auto cancels, so it's kind of crazy. It's a good move. It's really solid. I think honestly it's better not on Ice Climbers because Ice Climbers have Nana, but like if assuming no Nana, right? Because that's what I do for this tier list. On a fast fall, you just be able to go short up back air, like back air actually pressure, which is really good. I mean, that's safer than Roy and Crom's back air. What? That's crazy. I mean, obviously it's not as strong as theirs, which is why it's down here. I think Ice Climbers don't get the utility off of back air, or at least Popo doesn't, that a lot of other characters would. You know, it's also a great back air? Captain fucking Falcons. Falcon's back air is broken. So it's minus 5 frame 10, but it's also so strong. It combos into itself. Super kill move. It's randomly huge. Like the hitboxes that I got hit with against Fatality did not make sense. I mean, overall it's really solid. I think it's overall more useful than Bowser's because it's pretty safe and neutral. It's just useful. It's pretty big, it's pretty fast. It's a great air to air. It kills mad early. Like I think it's as strong as like Zero Suits. Is it better than Zero Suits? Might be better than Zero Suits. Let's go over Game & Watches. People for some reason thought I was gonna put Game & Watch in like top 5. Game & Watch back here is good, but it's kind of only good on Game & Watch. Game & Watch's back here is probably top tier. Is it top tier? No, I really think it's like a worse version of Pichu's back here. It's disjointed, which is good, but it's very not safe. The reason this move is good is because Game & Watch is obnoxious and you want to just hit Game & Watch for anything. But if it's not that obnoxious type of Game & Watch thing where you're trying to get the thing, it's not good otherwise. Like, it's good on Game & Watch, but I think not on Game & Watch, this move kind of sucks. Minus 13 is not good. It's not good to use in neutral. It's kind of just a disadvantage and edge guarding tool. It is really good for edge guarding, but it's not like a good add a shield option because it's frame 10. Like, it's not crazy. Again, it's really good for edge guarding. It's one of the best edge guarding backers in the game. That's like its only use, and it's like okay in disadvantage. But again, it'd be worse in disadvantage if it wasn't on Game & Watch specifically, because Game & Watch puts himself in an advantage with like uppy and stuff. So that's it. Shulk's back air. Shulk's back air's good. It's slow, but it's solid. I think it's a better version of Sephiroth's back air. Let's compare. It's frame 15, minus 11, minus 10. Shulk's back air is frame 19, which is slower, as slow as Rob's back air, but minus 6 and 7. Is it worse than Sephiroth's? Yeah, I think it's like slightly worse than Sephiroth's. I think overall. The speed does make a difference, and Sephiroth's is just more useful. Both moves are good. I just don't think they're as good as people think they are, like Sephiroth's in particular. Shulk is just a slightly worse version of Sephiroth. If you want to put Sephiroth higher, you can put Shulk higher, but that's about it. You know what I'm saying? Papa Pac-Man. I think Pac-Man's back air is good. I don't think it's anything crazy, actually. I think it's like his second worst move behind up tilt. Like, it's frame 9. It's not super safe. It is a little bit safe. It lingers for a long time, which it is obnoxious, don't get me wrong. It's like a standard back air, like a standard what you would think of a back air would before they got broken. I mean, yeah, there's not much to say about it. Yoshi's back air's broken. So it's minus 9, minus 8, but it's huge. You have the ability to just kill with it. Obviously, if you're spacing away with it, it's really good. It's used as a drag down. It's used as a pop-up. It's not as good of a spacing tool as some other ones. Maybe I think I overrated it a little bit. I think it's more like here. It's good, really good with Yoshi's air mobility, but I think, again, take off Yoshi's air mobility and it becomes a lot worse, so you don't have like back air drifting. Mega Man! I have no idea how safe Mega Man's is, so for now I'm putting it like here. Mega Man's back air is big. It's frame 4, which is really fast, but wow, it's unsafe on shield. Holy shit. It's the first back air in a while that's actually a good out of shield option because it's frame 7. So it's a frame 7 out of shield option. That is obviously a kill move. It's not really a combo move. It doesn't really combo to anything, but it's solid. It has drag down stuff into up tilt, which is really good. But again, outside of Mega Man, is that super useful? I mean, up tilt's pretty fast and it's a kill move, so it'd only be useful on like Snake, right? Like Snake would like, it's just a better back air for him. I don't think it's that good. Like, it's not that good. Terry's back air is definitely worse than the Shoto's in terms of Ryu and Ken. It's solid though. I don't know how safe it is. It's minus 5, minus 6. It is slower than the Shoto's, and it is, I think, less safe than theirs. But it's still really solid. I think low-key Terry's back air is like not one of his best moves, which is odd. Why worse than the Shoto's? The Shoto's back air is safer, is faster as well. I guess I'm also considering Terry's jump height, which isn't fair. Again, it's not one of the best backers in the game because it's not really not a shield option, and you have to like use it very particularly. And I feel like it's a little bit easier to use the Ryu and Ken backers because they're a little bit bigger, but it's good. Young Link. Young Lynx is kind of just Lynx. I think they're like the same. Minus 3, auto cancels 29. 5'7". So because the second hit, I guess, is slightly slower on young Lynx. Ooh, but that might be a good thing, actually. So young Lynx is better. Strange caveat. Young Lynx is better because the second hit of back air is later. Generally, you don't really care one way or the other. If you're going to be landing with it, you're going to be landing with like correctly regardless of which one you use. But rising, that makes young Lynx better because it's more plus. Because the second hit is 3 frames later. So it's a little bit more plus, which means that it's a little bit more useful. So it's just barely better than Lynx because they both do basically the same thing. Everything I talked about Link, just copy pasted in here. Falco. Falco's back air hits like a goddamn truck. Falco's back air is so strong. However, that's kind of all it's got going for it. So it's -8, -10. It's frame 9. It used to be frame 4 in Smash 4. That was fucked up. It can be -5 if you get the correct auto cancel, which is interesting. But yeah, Falco's overall, it's good. It's solid. Let's go with Bowser Jr.'s. Bowser Jr.'s back air is solid. It's like a better version of Pac-Man's. It's big, it's strong, but it's not super safe as far as I'm aware. Yeah, -9, -10, which again is decent considering how big the move is and how strong it is. But it ends up just becoming like, it's a strong move to land with, to air with. Pit's back air is also somewhere here and very solid. It's better than Marth's. I would say it's better than Mithra's probably. Otherwise, it's strong. It's decently safe. -4, -3 is really good. Frame 10, so it's very solid, right? Like this is just a good move. It's not super big, which is, you know, the disadvantage, even for like some less safe backers like Corrin or Pyra, right? Like or Byleth. It's more safe than those. Those have a bit more utility, and because they're spacing, it's gonna be a little bit less scary. Whereas you have to do this perfectly landing or you're gonna get hit because it's not very big. You know, I think I'm underrating it. I think I'm underrating it. It's solid. All right, let's go with Day-to-Day. Sorry, DDD. DDD's back air, sounds so wrong, I'm sorry. In my opinion, DDD's back air is kind of just like a better version of Sephiroth's back air. DDD's is frame 17 -7. Sephiroth's is frame 15, so 2 frames faster and 4 frames less safe. But DDD's back air doesn't have a sour spot. It's just strong. I mean, it's definitely DDD's best move. So I would say it's like up here. Like it's a really good move. It's not the top tier. Okay, let's just get over some that I'm comfortable with. Mii Brawler's back air is solid. It's like a better version of Pac-Man's back air. So it's -6, it's not super big, but it is decently safe. Probably more like here. It's like a general back air. Sheik's back air. Sheik's back air, low-key kinda sucks. Like it's not a super good move in neutral. It's not very strong. It's not a great out of shield option. It's fast as fuck. Sorry, it's -4. That's pretty safe. But the problem is it doesn't kill. Like you're not back airing in neutral. You're gonna be fairing in neutral with Sheik for the most part. I mean, again, in a vacuum, I guess -4 is very good. It's still worse than Pit's though, because Pit's is -4, but also more disjointed. It's slower though, but it's also not a kill move. Like this move doesn't kill. It ends up becoming just like only a combo ender if you're really weak character. But if you're not a really weak character, then yeah, like it's not super good. It's okay. Samus. Samus is as strong as Wolf back air. But the problem is, it's less safe, doesn't have an auto cancel, and is way more precise, and has a sour spot. So it's like worse than Sephiroth's. It hits like a truck. It's -9, -10, frame 9. So it's still solid, but it's not as useful as you would think it is. Lucas's back air. I actually forget how safe this move is, but I think it's pretty good. Pretty safe. It is a spike. Even the not spike can combo into the spike. It would be decent for spacing. It pops people up on the ground, which means it's a combo move. It's a little slow. It's frame 15, which isn't great. I just don't think it's as solid as some of his other moves. Like Forwarder's one of the best forwarders in the game. It's still really good. It's not incredibly good, but it's still good. Ike. Ike's back air is top tier. So Ike's back air is frame 7 -6 and so strong. There's no flaw with this move. It's like not as big as other back airs. It's strong, it's fast, it's safe, it's disjointed. That's a really good back air. Let's go with Ridley. Ridley's back air? Low-key, kinda nice as fuck. Frame 10 -12. It's not very safe, but wow is this move strong. And wow is this move easier to hit. I would say it's really good though. I think it's like, is it better than Sephiroth? No, it's worse than Sephiroth's back air. Is it worse? It's worse than it's worse, okay. Well, I think the back air is really good. Again, this is just a testament to how good these backers are. Like all these backers are insane. It's a strong back air. It's a great air to air. It's powerful. It's like everything you want. It's just not as good as these. Mii Swordsman back air. Mii Swordsman back air is kind of just a worse version of Falco's back air. It's like a worse, just like, it's a strong back air. Is it better than Mii Brawler's? Yeah, it's a little bit better than Brawler's back air. It's 1 frame slower, but 1 frame safer, and it's disjointed because it's Mii Gunner. Villager and Isabelle's, which are kind of the same as far as I'm aware. Let me double check. I think they're literally identical. Back air, frame 13 -3. +5. They're both kind of insane. They're both really strong. They're both decently fast. It's a projectile. It's super hard to deal with in neutral. I think these back airs are actually kind of cracked. Back air and forward air for these characters are actually so cool. They're a little slower than their forward airs, but like I think they're incredible. What's bad about it? There's no flaw. It's just a little slow, but it's a really cool projectile. It's bad versus specifically reflector characters, but how many of those are there? Like a fast fall using these back airs would be fucked up, or like any non-floaty. Super good. Let's go with Puff. Puff's back air is worse than Kirby's, but it's better than Falcon's. They're actually pretty next to each other. Puff's back air is the strength of 12 suns. It's -3 for no fucking reason. It's so goddamn strong. However, it turns you around, which means that it's not very useful for continued edge guard attempts and for continued stuff because you constantly have to turn. So it ends up being like a Shoto, which is annoying. It doesn't linger very long. It's only active for 2 frames, but wow, that move is ridiculously strong when it hits. Holy shit. It's definitely not top tier, but it's right under it. Let's go with Kazuya. I think Kazuya has the worst back air of all the fighting game characters. So it's -4, -6, but it's frame 11. So it's slower than Terry's, but it is kind of just as safe as theirs. But also, I don't know, I feel like, is it stronger? I feel like it's about the same. So I feel like it's just worse. And I feel like it's harder to hit than theirs. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong about that. It just feels weird. You think it's way better than Kirby's? I don't know, man, Kirby's is frame like 6. Might feel better without his jump squat, that's true. It is because of his jump squat, but also still, like, it's not super great. Like, it's good, but it's not super great. Rosa back air. Again, I would consider Rosa without Luma because I'm weird. I think it's still like solid. I kind of screw over Rosa and Ices in these lists, so apologies if you're upset about it. Let me know down in the comments. Why don't everybody subscribe? I'd appreciate it. Back air is still -6, frame 9, right? So it's like same as like Mii Brawler, Mii Gunners, right? Except it's bigger but weaker, but sends at a crazy angle. It really depends on which matchup it's gonna be better in. It's really solid. It's really good. I'm a fan. I would say that Zelda's back air is still, it's really solid because it's strong as fuck. -8 on Tipper, which is pretty safe considering it's frame 6 and also the strongest move in the goddamn universe. Honestly, I feel like it's worse on Zelda than other characters. I feel like if it was on other characters, it'd be easier to combo into. If she was a fast fall, you'd be able to spam that shit. You'd be able to like empty jump and then get grabs, stuff like that. Kind of insane, honestly. Wii Fit back air is solid. Again, it's like the Mii Brawler tier where like it's like gonna be like -9. Yeah, -9 frame 5. It's the same thing, right? It's strong, it's fast, it's good. It's a kill confirm, it's a little bit smaller, so it's probably better than Brawlers, but it's worse than Gunners. It's good out of combos, air to air with it, it's fast, decently safe, it's good on shield, just solid, right? Like all of these are kind of solid, like that's the thing. We've been getting shafted. The thing is, these are good. All of these back airs, the very solid in the top tiers are like fucking incredible back airs. Like they're all really, really good. These aren't as good as these. Let's go with Sonic. Sonic's back air is broken. It's so strong. It lingers for such a long time. It lingers for 7 frames and for some reason is so strong regardless. -10 isn't super good. So I'm gonna bump it down a little bit. It like has a great amount of hit stun. It's easy to combo into. It's not an awkward hitbox at all. It's just a really solid move. If it's not on Sonic, it's definitely like down here. It's a really good move, but it's not like broken. It's broken on Sonic, but not on Sonic. It's good. So Diddy Kong's back airs, frame 5, -3. You know where that puts it? Bah. Because it's so fast, it's easy to kill confirm with it. Because it's so fast, it's great air to air. Because it's so fast and so safe, it's great for just throwing out when landing. So it's good landing, it's good rising, it's good as an edge guard, it's good as a combo ender, it's good as a kill move. It's just not blatantly fucking broken to the point where it's up here. 2 in a short up, yeah, that's the thing. Like it would be good on floaty characters, it'd be good on fast fallers. It's good on like every type of character. Banjo's back air. You know who Banjo's back air reminds me of? Greninja's. Except you know what? It's way worse than Greninja's. It's just a worse version of Greninja's by like a lot. It's not as safe. It doesn't confirm as much. It's not as strong. Sorry, it confirms, but it's just not as safe. -16, 15, that sucks. All it does is be a decent air to air and then drag down. The drag down is good, don't get me wrong, but it's not super good and it's not super strong. So it's kind of just a useful move. That's about it. The Belmonts. These moves are so good. Back air for the Belmonts is insane. It's so big, you can angle it so it hits up as a great air to air, forward as a great air to air. It can hit the ledge, it can hit the floor, and it's safe. And it's huge. Who cares if it's frame 14? Look at how big it is. It's the 3rd, 4th biggest back air in the game. I think it's bigger than Shulk's. It might be bigger than Byleth's, I'm not sure. It's not bigger than Sephiroth's and it's not bigger than Min Min. So it's a top 5 biggest back air. And it's safe regardless of that. Like you see the Sephiroth's is like -10, -11, but it's huge. His is -8 at worst and it's huge. It's fucked up. That's just crazy good. It's actually just insanely good. Bam, good stuff. You can do everything with this move. Ganon back air. Ganon back air is probably somewhere in top tier. I think it's just a better version of Falcon's. It's stronger, it's the same speed, it's better than Falcon's. It's just really stupid. Like, there's no flaw with this move. Joker. Joker's back air is incredible, right? Arsene or not Arsene, it doesn't matter. The move's -5, it's huge. It's frame like 7 or 8. Without Arsene, it's probably like here. With Arsene, it's top 5. So as an average, it's here. It's a great air-to-air. It's a great combo ender. It's great in neutral. It's good at a shield against tall characters specifically. It allows empty jumps. It's just good. It's just so good. As an average, it's here. Mario's back air. Mario's back air is fucking insane. It is, I think, the only -2 back air in the game. It's frame 6. There's no flaw. It combos into itself. It's a kill move. It might be top 5. It's probably top 5. On a fast faller, this move would be even better because you would be able to do stuff like Fox's back air, except even better because it's safer. And then it can catch jumps. Like, it's so stupid. Oh yeah, sorry. It's the second -2 back air because of Inkling. These are the only two -2 back airs, but I think overall Mario's is better. I'm gonna put it here for now. I'm gonna like shift the top 5 later. Mewtwo's back air. I think Mewtwo's back air is very solid. It's big, it's kind of slow. It's frame like probably 11, 13, kind of close. It is decently safe. It combos into itself. It's really good. It's a really, really solid move. It is just a little too slow for it to be higher than this, and it's not as big because his tail unfortunately isn't as disjointed as, you know, Swords. But it is still really safe. It's really good. It's a really good move. But you know what is better than Mewtwo's back air? Wario's back air. The move's broken. Look at how big this move is. It hits so high. It's so big for no reason. I hate Wario's back air, dude. When I'm fighting Wario, that's the move that somehow tilts me hard. It tilts me as much as Waft. In a vacuum, it's probably a little worse. But like still top tier. It's still somewhere here, right? Because like I would say in a vacuum, it's worse than Ike's. It's not as good of a landing option. It's obviously not that disjointed because it's his head. But wow, it's so good. Meta Knight's back air. I think Meta Knight's back air is top tier somewhere in top tier. It's a sword. It's not a big sword, but it's frame 7, -9, -8. You get drag down combos off of it. It is one of the best edge guarding tools in the game. Still really good. Not in top tier, I lied. Maybe I'm overrating it, I'm not sure. Next up, Lucario. So again, when I do Lucario, I do 70% aura. Frame 13, I'll go with the -9. It's really strong. It ends up being like really, really strong. But the sweet spot's only active for 1 frame. That kind of sucks. It's solid, but I think it's more like a Captain Falcon back air, but I think Captain Falcon's back air is overall better because it's faster and safer and approximately as strong. Again, full aura, Lucario's back air, insanely good, right? So who do we get left? We got Duck Hunt. I think Duck Hunt's back air is a worse version of Byleth's back air. By worse version, I mean a much worse version. I think it's a solid move, but it's not as strong as other characters. It's not as safe as other characters. It just ends up not being as useful as other ones. But again, it's the same tier of like, it's -10-ish, it's strong-ish, it's useful-ish, but it's not like broken. Right, like that's what this like bottom part of this tier is. It's just like, oh, these are good, like from like Duck Hunt on. Bayo's back air. It's a little bit useful in neutral. -5 or 6. Okay, so it's pretty safe. So it's safer than I thought. So I'm gonna bump it up a little bit. Oh God, where did I just put Bayo? Oh, there she is. It's solid. It's a kill move. It's decent in neutral, but it's a little slow. So it's not good at a shield. So it has some good things and some not good things about it. Dr. Mario's back air is next. -5-6, frame 6, dummy strong. So it's kind of the same as Luigi's, frame 6, -5-6. So it's basically comparable to Luigi's, except I think Doc's is stronger. It's just on Dr. Mario. I think these three are all kind of comparable. No complaints, it's just on Dr. Mario and his stats suck, so you don't really get to see it very often. Same with Ganon, right? Like these two characters have like good moves, bad stats. And so that shows here, right? So we are finishing the final 2 back airs, and they are both all the way the fuck up here. Fox and Pika's are somewhere up here. Let's go over Fox's first. Fox's back air, in my opinion, is top 5. It is frame 9, -4, and it auto cancels on frame 18 and onward. That still makes it -5 or 6 with the auto cancel if you do it perfectly, because it's active on 11, and then it's 7 frames, then it's -5, so 2 plus, so it's -6 if you auto cancel it. That's still fast enough to the point where you're not gonna do anything about it. It's also kind of big, it kind of kills, and it's just obnoxious to deal with. Maybe it's actually, the reason it's so good is because Fox's stats are broken. Without Fox's stats, I would probably say it's more like down here, where it's really, really good, but Fox is the one that uses it. Like Mario's back air is just a blatantly better version of Fox's, right? Because it's faster and safer. Still a really good back air, still -4, and fast, and auto cancels, and big, and good. And so that means that in top 5, in my opinion, clearly, Pika's. I think Pika's is the second best backer in the game. I used to think it was the best. Cloud's backer's better overall. So it's minus 12, frame 4. It's probably the single best out of shield aerial in the game. It combos into itself. It's a great edge guarding tool. You can fast fall, so it's a multi-hit. You have a landing hitbox, so the minus 12 is ambiguous, so it's not guaranteed punish anyway. It pancakes, so a lot of people literally cannot punish you if you just do the landing hitbox behind your opponent. Most characters in the game cannot punish that. So it's free pressure, that shield pokes, that drags you off stage. It's just really good. It's just really, really solid. It's like the most obviously complainable thing on Pika. That and like T-Jolt are like insane. So yeah, it's actually stupid. I don't know what's better out of Corrin and Mario's though to put into top 5. One of these is top 5 because that's the list. I think Corrin's is better. I think it's this. And again, for reference, just so y'all understand, this is S+, this is S, this is A, this is B, this is D. This tier and up is good. I think there are 7 backers in the game. There's 2 bad ones, 5 ones, and then these are all really good. Like these are broken, these are super broken, these are fucking good. What do you think of the tier list? Let me know down in the comments. Let me know what other tier lists you want. I love making tier lists. This was a lot of fun. Thank you all for joining, and I appreciate it. See you next time. Peace, peace.
Pikachu busted.